From Baltimore, welcome inside Oriole Park. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home openers come up next. Coming up on the first pitch, Roman Anthony digs in now. And we're underway here in the home opener. Slap the other way, foul. Field 2. That's to third, and it stays fair. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, shortstop. Sagan, walks out.
Quick toss first. Tries to get back and save. Snaps it down to second. Anthony gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Hit high in the air. There it goes. Sega. A two-run homer. And the Red Sox jump in front. It's 2-0. Still stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Swinging a ground ball. Jackson slings the first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. just
That's the ball.
missed.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
2 down.
No, that missed.
Red Sox already leading. Ground ball right side. Jackson fires over to first. That ends the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the slab for the Boston Red Sox in this one, Brian Bayo. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's one down. So up next, Taylor Ward. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone.
Ball, that's down.
Check swing called strike. Strike 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. He goes down looking. New inning getting started. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Nick Sogard. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
In the air, right field. 1 away. Next to hit, Nate Eaton.
Third baseman, Nate Eaton.
Out to short. Henderson tossed to second. Over to first. Safe. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. On a line. Brings it in. And that is that. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Adley Rutschman. Yeah, that's off the outside edge. Ball 1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
0-1 down. Swings through that one for strike 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Center fielder.
One out man at first. Leody Taveras getting ready to hit. On the ground. And it finds its way through for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Third baseman, Blaze Alexander.
And that one is in for a strike.
With a lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam. Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That's in there. And the count now even up. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Jeremiah Jackson now at the plate. A little out front there as he swings through it. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Ball. Out to short. Rafaela. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Back now at Oriole Park. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Roman Anthony. Grounds one to short. Henderson tosses to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Red Sox, shortstop,
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Povich, a 6'3" lefty, 185 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2021. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. Here's the center fielder, Jarren Duran. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Lifted in the air down the left side. Taylor coming on. And that is that. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Dylan Beavers. Bayo back to work. Check swing.
Down, ball.
He held up. And it's a ball and a strike. That one fouled off. The 1-2. Nice grab. To first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
And first offering is fouled off. Late with the swing there.
Ball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Up next for the Orioles,
Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1. Check swing. He went. Strike 1.
You
That's
want to be
the ball.
patient
That's
here.
down.
Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle. And with 2 outs, 1 swing, puts you right back in this ball game.
2 down, nobody on. That one 95 to finish him off. All set for the start of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, Wilson Contreras. On a line, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Looking to extend the play now. And he'll pull into second safely.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
That one's in there, and that's strike one. Late swing, foul to the left. And it's second. In the air, left field. Reaching down, makes the catch. And next for the Red Sox, Nick Sogard. 1 for 1 with a single so far. There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Here's the 0-2. Base hit! Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now snap throw to first. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time. 2 on, 1 out. Swings and misses. 0-2 down.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Henderson over to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here in Baltimore, ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Pete Alonso.
You know, these Orioles, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Alonso checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. He did not go around. Here's a 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Up next for the
Off the mark there. Ball 1. Red Sox by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a foul out of play.
Low ball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And the 3-2. On the ground, right side. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat. Colton Cowser, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Cowser.
That's the ball.
Two down, nobody on.
No, that's down. Ball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back now at Oriole Park. So stepping in for Boston, Nate Eaton. bunting, but that's a foul ball.
You know, these Red Sox doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
No,
All
that's
those
out.
numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Roman Anthony will hit next. Snap throw.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit. Lead runner touches second, heading for third. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they take a 3-run lead.
Back-to-back base hits. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And it's second. The other way. Base hit. He boots it. Throws to second. Hung up in a rundown now. In comes the run from second. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. And that gives Wilson Contreras a chance to hit with 2 out.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
The first safe, getting back to the bag. Almost hung out there. Snap throw down to second. Duran leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And he swings through that one. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Tavares returns into the infield. Runner puts on the brakes at second. So it's first and second with 2 out. Next to hit, Wilyer Abreu. That's in there. It's 0-1. But he's back in time. The Bo Sox trying to break this one open. We're at the top of the 5th. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. In comes the run from second. There's the tag. They'll get him. And that's the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Leody Taveras. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
The 0-2. Swings and misses, and there's 2 away. Jeremiah Jackson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Grounded out his first time up. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
And first offering is fouled off. Here's a high chopper, and that chance handle. The flip takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here now the Sox DH. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Albert Suarez.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Foul ball. Now the 0-1. Line drive. Makes the catch. One down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Fouled off left side. Narvaez goes 5 feet 11 inches, 27 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Out towards right center field. Cowser on the move to the alley. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
So digging in, Nate Eaton.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And that one is lifted in the air. Cowser makes his way towards it. And that is that. Back here in Baltimore, here's the Orioles leadoff hitter. Gunnar
Henderson.
So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Alec Gamboa.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
No, that's down. Ball.
Swings through that one out in front that time. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the left fielder,
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
The Red Sox leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. And they'll do it again. Extra bases, and he gets by him. Around first and hustling for second, and he'll reach second with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. On the ground to the left.
That's foul.
And that's just foul. And it's second. Swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Foul ball there. And on second, 2 down. Dives, and he can't hang on. He doesn't have a play, and that leaves him with runners at first and third after a tricky play. So up next, Colton Cowser, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Ball.
Swing and a miss.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Swings and misses. 1 and 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. That's a base hit. Run scores.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. You can drive a ball like that. More often than not, you're picking up a knock.
That is the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. So stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin. Alex Cora turning to the bench for a new hitter. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Hey-ha!
And the 0-2.
Ball low.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Red Sox, left fielder Roman Anthony.
That one fouled off. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
One down. Jaron Durant steps to the dish in a big spot.
Jaron Durant.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab. Backhand, but he can't pick it up.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman Wilson Contreras.
Swung out, belted. Deep. That one way back there, and that one's going to land not so much here, but here. A 3-run homer, and they add to the lead. It's 8-1. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That one missing inside.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it. Save the rest of that bullpen. Somehow stop the bleeding.
Right through there for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, do players get bored during blowouts?
Well, it just depends. I mean, some days, Boo, when you're blowing it out, like you're getting a lot of hits and you're putting some numbers up in the columns. The worst thing on blowout games is if you're that guy with the goose egg and everybody else has got multiple knocks and you went over. You're just saying, man, what is wrong with me?
To the right side. He takes it on his own, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that is out of play. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Orioles.
Dylan Beavers digs in now. Has grounded out a couple of times. On the ground right side, Connor Falefa out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Back now at Oriole Park. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Nick Sogard. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Masataka Yoshida. That's in there. Strike one. And a foul ball. Stays alive.
That's inside. That's a ball.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a 1-2. On the ground, right side. Jackson sends it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Up next for the Red Sox, catcher Carlos Narvaez.
And that one fouled off. Breaking ball, and that got him. One gone, runner at first. Now here is Nate Eaton. 0 for 3 in this one. Swings and lines one towards the gap, and it's into the gap. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Tying for 2. This to third. Zips it to first. That takes care of Connor Falefa. And that is the inning. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Ground ball left side. In plenty of time to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. Check swing. Tried to hold up. Now an appeal to first. That's a swing according to umpire Woody Keller. Here comes the 0-1. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Up next for the Orioles.
And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Ball.
One out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Smash to the left side. Now the tag at third, and they got it.
Up next for the Orioles,
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's strike 1. He swings and fouls one off. Alonso, the runner at first with 2 gone. tipped into the mid, strike 3. All set to start the ninth in this one. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Roman Anthony. Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to follow.
The first save, getting back to the bag, almost hung out there. That one the other way, hauls it in, one away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
0-1. Swung out, belted. Deep. That one went back there, and that one's going to land not so much here, but here. He circles the bases, and they tack on to their lead. It's 10-1. Here's Contreras now. And that one finds its way through. And that's a one-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. There's nothing cheap. The way he got that one duty.
New pitcher now, Keegan Aiken.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
On the ground right side. And that one handled. Throws to first. Fine play in the hole for the out. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. Alex Cora turning to the bench for a new hitter. Connor Wong looking for a two-out hit with a runner in scoring position. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Runner at second, 2 down. You're at the top of the ninth. In the dirt, squirts away from Rutschman. And the runner holds. Payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard. So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. Out towards right center field. And that'll do it. But the biggest swing of the inning comes back here in Baltimore. Stepping in, Colton Cowser. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Caught him looking for the K.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder, Leo Perez.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Swing and a ball popped in the air. 2 away now. So it's their last chance in this one. And next to the Orioles, Blaze Alexander. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on.
No, that's low. Ball.
And
that's foul.
Foul ball. Gamboa is just 1 strike away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. All Red Sox in this one. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that's the ball game. 10-1, the final score.